What's going on, guys? It's Omniarch, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video where we're going to be talking about ways that you guys can grow your gaming YouTube channel so that way you can get more viewers, more subscribers, and overall just grow on this platform.
Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out.
Now, I want to preface this video by saying that these tips and tricks are mainly for people who are really just looking to grow their fan base on YouTube, maybe get some more views, get some more subscribers, things like that. You know, if you are just doing this as a hobby and you're just uploading whatever you feel like it and it doesn't really matter to you about the quality or anything like that, it's just like all for fun, then of course you don't have to do any of these things. You know, it's your channel, you can do whatever you want with it. Now, a couple of days ago, I actually tweeted out that if you had 200 subscribers or less for your gaming YouTube channel, to send it to me in the DMs, and I got probably 20 people sending me their links. I got more DMs and responses than I thought I would get to that tweet, honestly, especially because I didn't even tell you guys why I wanted you to DM me, but a ton of people did, and I actually wanted to make a video filming everybody's channel and talking about it and how you can improve it. And then as I was recording that video, I realized that it was about 30 minutes long. I was going through 16 different channels, and you know, I felt like I was saying some of the same things over and over and over again, and I was like, you know what, nobody's gonna watch a 30-minute plus video about stuff like this. Let me just boil it down to some of the biggest key things that you guys can do to grow your channel and kind of get more views in 2018. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is channel artwork, and this includes not only the logo for your channel but the banner for your channel as well, and the thumbnails on all of your videos that you post on YouTube. Now, this is important for many different reasons, but a lot of the people who submitted me their link, you know, obviously you guys are smaller YouTube channels, you know, under 200 subs is very, very small on this platform. And you know, I think because you guys are small, maybe you either don't have Photoshop, don't know how to use Photoshop, or GIMP. Of course you can use GIMP or some other free program, you don't have to use Photoshop, or maybe you just don't think it matters, or you don't know to do it, or something like that. But really, I want to emphasize this, you know, you have to have a channel that looks as professional as you can. And you know, maybe for your banner and your logo, you can pay somebody $5 to do that for you on Twitter or something like that if they're really good, and then just learn how to do the thumbnails on your own, because it would get expensive if you paid $5 per thumbnail. That's not even something I would do, and I have a bigger channel. So basically, I just wanted to mention this because, you know, if you have really good channel graphics, then your channel looks professional and it looks like you really are consistent and active and you really care. You know, if you don't have any good logos or anything like that, people are just gonna assume, oh, you know, he just does this for fun, like why would I subscribe to him, because he's just kind of like messing around type of thing. So that's one thing. The thumbnails are an even bigger deal. You really need to have bright colors in your thumbnails: yellows, reds, lime greens, you know, even some light blues sometimes look really good, but really mainly greens, reds, and yellows, because those pop the most. And you want to make sure that there's at least like one subject in the thumbnail. You know, maybe it's like the main character of the game, or maybe it's a picture of you or something like that that kind of pops out of the background, and you want big bold text, thick text, and something that's really going to draw the viewers' attention. You know, again, these thumbnails are what people are going to see. They always say don't judge a book by its cover. Well, that's bullshit. Everybody judges a book by its cover, and that applies to YouTube videos as well. You want to make sure that your cover, your thumbnail is your cover. You know, this needs to be as best as you can make it. It has to be as attractive as it can be, and if it's very bright and has big letters, then if it shows up in the recommended sidebar, people are most likely going to notice that video, as opposed to it being just some random thumbnail that YouTube picks where it's just, you know, just a picture of some random gameplay. So you really want to control that. That is like the biggest marketing tool that you have control over, and you really want to make sure that your thumbnails look as good as possible. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the title and the description of your videos. These things really need to have keywords, right? Things that people are actually going to search for, because when your channel is really tiny, the odds of you putting Minecraft Let's Play in your title and that showing up in a search result is almost none, because there are hundreds of thousands, I'm sure, of different videos that have Minecraft Let's Play in there, and most of them have more views than you, or they've been on the site longer. So putting Minecraft Let's Play in your title isn't going to guarantee you views, but what you want to do is put something that maybe fewer people have made videos about, but are still getting a decent amount of searches. And you can use Google AdWords to kind of see what the search trends are of certain things. So don't just put like, you know, Black Ops 3 live commentary, right? You know, that's not really going to get too many views. If you're really trying to grow your channel, you're going to need videos that have very specific titles that have multiple keywords in them, right? So that way, you know, it shows up in different search results where, you know, if you do, most kills on Black Ops 3 zombies or something like that, or, you know, best gun in Call of Duty World War II, something like that, you know, where yes, it may have been done a ton of times, but best gun in Call of Duty World War II is searched for fewer times than Call of Duty World War II, right? Those are two different keywords, but Call of Duty World War II is actually in both titles, so it kind of works both ways. So you want to be more specific with your keywords, but also have those, you know, broader things in there. This also works for the description too. So in your description, you need to have as many links to your social media profiles as possible. Put your Facebook page, Twitter, YouTube, or not your YouTube channel, but like your Twitch channel, your Instagram page, your Snapchat handle. You want to put like your Tumblr account, your Google Plus page, literally everything. You want a ton of different links in your description. You want to link to your sponsors. You want to link to literally everything that you can. Plus, you want to put in the description a little tiny little piece, maybe like a tweet's length of what you talk about in the video, and include as many keywords in there as you can as well, because that is important. I found that it's very helpful if your keywords are in both your title and your description and the keyword section of your upload. That'll make the video rank a bit better in search results than if you just put it in your title or just put it in the tags or something like that. And that brings me to my next point. You want to use all of the tags that you can, right? You get 500 characters for your tags on YouTube at the time of making this video. You want to use as close to that 500 as you can. Make sure to repeat the same one, right? So if you do Call of Duty, then Call of Duty World War II, and then, you know, if you do Call of Duty WW2, and then you do Call of Duty World War II best gun, Call of Duty World War II best assault rifle. So that way Call of Duty World War II shows up in your tags like as many times as you can. And you know, this is not specifically against YouTube guidelines, because they are all separate keywords, they're all separate tags, but you really are telling the algorithm like, this is a video about Call of Duty World War II, and you basically support that claim with all of its evidence, where it's in the title, it's in the description, it's in the tags 10 times, you know, in all these different things. So work on the title, description, tags, and optimize them in all the different things that I just mentioned before. One more thing about titles too, the titles are another very good marketing mechanism that you can use just like your thumbnail. I would suggest putting your titles in all caps, just because at this point, why not? It just gets more attention. You know, you might get a little bit of hate for it because you look like a hype beast clickbaiter, but just do it. And then make sure your titles have, again, keywords, but also sometimes questions are good, like, is this the best gun in Call of Duty World War II? Question mark, exclamation point, or something like that, because then it's a question people want to know. I don't know, is it? And that's more of like a subconscious thought rather than a like, oh, I really want to know. Like, really, they're just looking for something to watch, and you kind of see that and you're like, oh, let's just see what he says. You know, you skip a minute in or something, right? But you still get that view, which is important. The next thing I want to talk about is upload consistency, and then your actual content of the uploads, right? So you want to upload, I would say, at least once a week, right? You should probably upload more than that, but at least once a week. But also don't upload too frequently, right? If you upload multiple times a day, your uploads will overlap, and, you know, it'll kind of consume the views, right? Where, you know, if you would have got, let's say you get 25 views per video, or let's say we get 10 views per video, right? And you upload once that day, and instead of getting 10 views, you upload again 8 hours later. Now that's going to show up in some of the sub boxes instead of your first one. So now you've got 5 views, and then the other people who already viewed your first one might not see that second one in the sub box because they already watched a video from you today. So then it's 5 and 5. So you really cannibalize your own viewer base. So I wouldn't upload more than once a day. Even for bigger channels, I wouldn't really recommend that at all. But I would upload multiple times per week, at least once a week if you really are pressed for time. And if you do only upload once a week, try and make it the best video that you can every single week. And keep these things in mind. The fewer you upload, the more your uploads matter, right? They really have to be good videos. So, you know, think of people who, you know, what's the guy who does Content Cop? I really don't give a shit about him. I can't think of his name because he sucks. iDubbbz. His name is iDubbbz. Yeah, so he uploads like twice a year or something, you know, like, or once a month. I don't know. He barely uploads, but he gets millions of views every time because it's a very good video. Very entertaining for a lot of people, and he has a loyal fan base because of it, right? But they're great videos. They're not just random bullshit, right? So, you know, if you're gonna upload infrequently, they have to matter. And two things I want you guys to keep in mind. One, is this a video that people are searching for, right? Are there people who are looking for this content, right? Not just something that you feel like uploading, but make sure it's something that there are people out there who can benefit from this video, or that they want to watch something like this. And the second thing is this video shareable, right? Does the content of this video make the viewer want to share it with their friends, or to social media, or to somebody else, right? That's very important, and it has to fit ideally both those things, but at least one, right? Because you need to either show up in search results, or you have to get people sharing the video around. Ideally you want both, but of course, like I said, at least one is very important. Now the next thing is actually the quality of the video itself, and this is the technical aspect, not the content of the video, the actual video itself. So you want to make it at least 720p, if not 1080p. I would say 60 frames per second is probably optional. I don't think it's mandatory, like you don't have to do 60 frames per second to grow your channel. My videos are not 60 frames per second, and I do have an Elgato HD60. I do have the ability to record in 60 frames per second, but I choose not to because it would take a long time to render the videos, a long time to upload the videos, and I just would rather, you know, I think 30 frames per second, I think it looks fine, right? I think my videos look fine in 30 frames per second as long as they're high quality HD 1080p. So that's important for me, but again, don't upload, you know, unless you really have no other choice. You know, if all you have is something that records in 360p or something, then just go for it. It's better to just start than not do anything. But really, you want to get those videos to at least 720p. And I know, like with a PS4 share feature, like there is a way to do that, to get those clips, right? So, you know, there are ways to do it. So you want to do that. Again, with that being said, should I say, you should ideally have a webcam, right? Like, I know there are a ton of different people in the community who do commentaries and stuff without showing their face, but I think that it really does add an extra piece of quality to that content. You know, when I watch a video from a huge YouTuber and they don't have that webcam, it just feels lazy, right? Because you have to record the audio anyway. Whether or not you're being filmed does not matter. And using Sony Vegas, whether or not you're cutting an audio track or cutting an audio video track, it takes the same amount of time. So I really see no reason why you shouldn't or wouldn't want to do that, especially because it increases the production value, makes the video look better. I don't know, maybe these people don't want to be on camera, or they think they're ugly, or they're insecure, or they don't think that they have like the ability to be animated when they're talking or something. I don't know what it is, but really, if you can show your face, because it helps, you know, connect with your viewers. They know what you look like, they know, you know, what you look like when you're talking, and how you are as a person, like in real life, in flesh. And I feel like that's important. And also, if you can put some overlays on the video, you know, put like a banner, or, you know, something like that that kind of flies in from the left that says, hey, subscribe to my channel, or something like that. You know, those things are important. They increase the production value. They make the video look like you really put a ton of time in. And really, like, making a banner, that's upfront cost, right? Like, you know, if it takes you 2 hours to learn how to make a banner and really kind of make one that looks semi-good, you don't have to do it ever again, right? You just save it as a PNG file, drop it into Sony Vegas or whatever you use, and that's it. You just use it for every video from then on out. So you really just make it one time, and then that's it. If you want to change it in the future, you can. If you get better at it, or if you have someone, pay someone to make a better one, you can do that. But, you know, for now, I would say just make one, just to make it look good, right? Just to make your videos look like you put a lot of effort and time into them, because people notice. It might not seem like a big deal, but people notice these tiny little things, and they don't notice when it's there, but they do notice when it's not there. And I think that's what's most important. You know, if you have a bare bones channel, right, where there's no webcam, there's no banner, the thumbnail isn't customized, there's hardly any channel artwork, you know, it's not any single one of those things will ruin your channel, but all of them together just makes it look like this channel isn't trying as hard as most of the other people out there. And I think that's important. And also, when you get a chance, upgrade your microphone. Onboard microphones are notoriously bad at recording your audio. So this is a Blue Yeti. You do not need a Blue Yeti to get bigger on YouTube. A Blue Snowball is just fine. It has really good audio quality. You guys can go whichever route you want. I know Razer makes really good microphones, so you guys can go whichever route you're looking to go. You don't have to spend $100, like I said, on a microphone, but if you want to, you can. And I do suggest buying something other than your onboard microphone, either on your webcam or on your laptop or whatever, because it's just going to make it sound a lot better. And if the commentary sounds like garbage, you're not going to want to watch for a long time. And that brings me to my last point, and that is retention time. You want the video to be ideally over 10 minutes, because that seems to be like the little magic number, where if the video is over 10 minutes, YouTube tries to promote it more, because it has the higher chance of getting a lot of watch time. You know, if the video is 5 minutes long, even if somebody watches the whole video, it's only 5 minutes. But if it's a 12-minute video and somebody only watches half of it, that's still a 6-minute watch time, which is more than the full 5 minutes of the video. So I would say try to push for over 10, and don't put in fluff just to reach that. You know, really try to be entertaining for 10 minutes, and don't push it. And if you can't reach that 10-minute mark, that's fine. It doesn't mean your video is not going to do well. A lot of times videos that are 30 seconds long will get millions of views because they're only 30 seconds long, but you know, it might not blow your channel up, right? So try and hit that 10-minute mark if you're doing commentaries, but don't feel pressured to. If you can't reach it, or if your topic just isn't that interesting, you can't talk about it for 10 minutes, then don't do it. But you know, all I'm saying is, if you can record a 9-minute commentary, see what you can do to make that maybe a little bit longer, add some end credits or something, and try and just get over that 10-minute mark if you're close, because I think that'll help you out a little bit. I think the last thing I want to say is kind of just, you know, this is a marathon, not a sprint, and I might have mentioned that earlier, but that's very important. And also, I want you guys to try and stick to a common theme, right? Like for my channel, it would be very weird if I uploaded, let's say, a League of Legends video, right? It wouldn't be like super, like, it's still gaming, but like, I don't think there's not a huge overlap in the Call of Duty community with the League of Legends community. I don't know, maybe there is, and maybe I'm just delusional. I mean, they're both massive franchises, so there must be some overlap. But you know, or if I uploaded like a Pokemon video, right? You know, or a Pokemon Red version video, right? Like it came out 20 years ago, so you know, or actually more than that. I think it came out in 25 years ago in Japan. But anyway, regardless, try and stick to a common theme. You know, if you upload Call of Duty, I would say maybe you could do Overwatch, or you know, Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six. You know, you could do those things, but I wouldn't go too far, right? So don't go super far out there. That way your viewers aren't like, oh, what is this garbage? And I've learned this lesson the hard way multiple times. So just kind of stick to one theme, and I think that'll help you grow your channel. And then when you're super big, then you can kind of say, hey, you guys know me as a personality rather than a Call of Duty YouTuber. You know me as a person. Do you mind if I upload a different gameplay, or do you mind if I vlog or something like that? And I think you'll have a better success doing it later in the game than early. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you drop a thumbs up on this video if I helped you in any way. All of the people whose video channels I was going to put in this video, I'm going to link all of you guys in the description. So make sure, if you are one of the people in the description, view everybody else's link in the description, subscribe to everybody in the description below, and if everybody is subscribing to everybody, it'll benefit everyone else. So this is kind of like a big shout out to all, I think there were 16 of you guys that sent me your links, so I'll put you guys all in the description below. Go down there, subscribe to all those guys, because they're the reason that I'm making this video in the first place, and they are small YouTubers who could use the support. And if you are a small YouTuber, go down there, subscribe to them, and then maybe shoot them a message on Twitter and see if you guys can either collaborate or sub for sub or something like that. Try and kind of build up the community a little bit, and drop a like on this video. Like I said, subscribe with the bell turned on so you know the next time I upload. And that's been it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Omniarch. I will talk to you guys again soon. Peace.